Here we have the current stock market update for Intel Corporation, stock ticker INTC. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts in the comment section below so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So here we have the 1 hour price chart, and each candle on this time frame represents a one hour trading period. So as we can see here, the overall price structure has been supportive to the top side, and this prior bull pennant pattern that we pointed out previously has now worked out exactly as expected. This really is the type of price movement that we would expect to see with a formation like this, and it's a very good example of how these chart patterns actually work out in real time. They might look like sort of interesting pictures in a book or something like that, but there is real logic that supports the formations here and the structure. And this is really what we're looking at here is market behavior more than anything else. It's really not a chart pattern. I mean, I've had people say things like, this guy thinks he can just draw lines on a chart and he thinks he can predict the future. No, I don't. That's idiotic. You can keep your comment to yourself. What this really means, these are not price patterns to predict the future. These are price patterns that sort of aim to define or outline or characterize market behavior and then give us probabilities as far as what is most likely to happen next. So as we can see here, there was a major upside price movement. A lot of this was propelled by fundamental news. It came from the announcement that Qualcomm might be interested in some sort of merger or takeover with Intel. Obviously, something like that would really be welcome news for this company at the moment because something needs to happen. Things currently aren't moving in the right direction at the moment. So, this was good news. It was responded to favorably by the market. And we did see the creation or the formation of this bull pennant pattern. Since then, share prices have continued to move in the upward direction, completely as expected. And, this is the type of activity that can be used to develop long positions for a stock. So what's next? What are we actually looking at next here for Intel? For the moment, what I would be looking at here first is the indicator reading on this time frame. As I said, this is the 1 hour time frame, so this is one of the more common time frames that's used in the market. The hourly time frame and the daily time frame would be the most popular price charts. And the reason that this is significant is because the moving averages on this price chart and the indicator reading on this time frame for this price chart are very closely watched, very commonly watched. These are indicator readings and moving average levels that are kind of well known throughout the market because they're very popular timeframes. So what we're looking at currently here is an indicator reading that is giving a bit of conflicting information at the moment. And this is interesting because we're starting to head into, right into a key psychological level for this stock specifically. And by that, I mean the $25 mark. So here we can see that the indicator rating on the shorter term perspective is moving in the downside direction. So we are seeing a little bit of a negative signal here, but the longer term trajectory here does remain positive. So ultimately, what this tells me is that I do think that we have really seen a bottom here, right around $20.72. Could we get a bit of a retracement here now that this price pattern has played out as expected? Yes, I do think that it's possible. We have seen a lot of upside price movement and relatively low levels of downside pullback or downside retracement. So, as we can see here, most of this activity here has been focused in the upward direction. We have seen, instances of selling pressure, but for the most part, this has really been taking the stairs higher at the moment. So, when we look at the trading volumes here that are starting to develop, we are also starting to see some evidence here of selling pressure. And I think that most likely what we're seeing here is, people taking profits on long positions. We did get a very strong bounce here out of this $8.50 level all the way back here. This would be the price low that developed during the September 11 trading session. And then since then, it really has been a very strong move higher with some, instances of strong buying pressure and buying power that have been seen along the way. So, if anybody has been long the stock from roughly $18.50, it would make sense at this point for some of these people to to start considering taking profits on those positions. Would not be surprising at all. And then in advance of that, you do have that $25 mark. So it also wouldn't be very surprising to see some short selling start to develop right around that area. This is the market. It's a big place. Even if we are bullish on a stock, we do have to understand that, there are short-term players on both sides, and that $25 dollar level is really a target for people that are possibly looking to either take profits or develop short positions. So currently, I would be looking at support zones that come in right around $23.30. If we do see a break below there, I would then start to suggest that share prices are likely to start to move in more of a consolidative sideways type of manner. I wouldn't really turn bearish quite yet. At that point, we would still be trading inside of the exponential moving average cluster. So we would be trading essentially in these colorful lines here. Those are the exponential moving averages. And this is the hourly time frame, so that would be these are very important moving averages, very closely watched by the market. So if we were to if we did see a break below 2280, I would then start to turn the bias toward a more consolidative outlook, sideways type, neutral type of outlook. And if we look at the indicator reading here, this does start to be what looks to be suggestive here at the moment. We could see further breaks to the top side. We could see an erosion of that negative possibility, I guess you could say. If we did see the indicator break above this downtrend line here, that would then tell us that the market's negative momentum condition has completed itself. It has run its course and is less likely to continue influencing share prices. It doesn't mean you can't develop a new negative trend, but it would mean that this specific negative trend has run its course and is no longer active. So, if we did see an upside break here in the indicator reading, that would be positive because it would remove that negative trend, but it would also put us into overbought territory as well. So, all of this is happening right around that $25 mark. So, I do expect to start to see some slowdown here. I do think that we're probably going to see a bit of a downside retracement here relatively soon. So, here's the current stock market update for Intel Corporation, stock ticker INTC. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.